Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Rose Plays Fran. So at the moment we seem to be in the twins' house and we're still looking for Mr. Midnight. Something I wanted to quickly mention that I'm interested in about this particular bit. When we came in here, we came through a door in a well. And now, when we pop a pill, we go to a well. I'm kind of wondering whether or not reality and not reality seem to have swapped over a little bit. So the few things that I know that we need to remember, we need to find a recipe for this boiling pot, and we need to find a way to be able to see upstairs. But I know that with things like this, it's very difficult to try and do things. I did notice this candle before, is it going to let me? No. It's very difficult to do things out of a specific order, so the game wants you to do them in a certain order. So we're not going to be able to do anything that's not in the order that it wants us to do. I'm going to check this bookshelf. There are many books and things on the shelf. So I'm assuming none of these look like a recipe. No. That's what I'm going to do on in this episode. I'm going to look for a recipe. And look for a light. So that's just going to click on all of them. I also have private theories about what's going on here, but we'll come back to that. I don't want to go into my theories because, on the one hand, I think it's interesting when YouTubers go into their theories about what's coming, but on the other hand, I quite like the sort of idea of leaving it for everyone to think on their own, you know? So on this occasion, I'm going to let you guys... I mean, there's other YouTubers that have already finished this, you know, so you can go and find out the end if you want, way before I get there. But I think it's interesting to sort of let everybody have their own private thoughts. In fact, if anybody has a theory and they want to share it, you can pop it in the comments below and I'll have a look. So we're not able to... Like, none of the things here look like a recipe. I'm assuming we can't take any of this stuff. It says I won't take somebody else's food, but she might be persuaded to take some of that if it's part of the recipe, when we find the recipe. So there's a bag there. So yeah, at the moment we just need to find a recipe. I'm going to put this card. This is not home. I guess they thought I was a cat. They can't love me, they don't even know me. I didn't click on this before, did I? What happens if I try and open a window? I open the window so the cold wind comes in. But it doesn't knock the fire out, that's interesting. Can we have a look in the oven? No? I do really enjoy point and click games. There's lots of different games that I enjoy, but there is something about point and click games that I do kind of like, so if you ever ask me to play a point and click game and I can get hold of it, I will probably try, because I am a fan of them. They're not for everyone. I think that point and click games can have some really interesting stories, like this one. The door is empty, yeah, we know. It's very similar in a lot of ways to sort of Alice Madness Returns and those kind of games, but at the same time, like I said with that one, you can very much tell that those, like with that, you can tell the difference. You know, reality is very much when she's all wearing her drab grey dress, and then when she goes into Wonderland, can I take one of these candles? No, you won't let me? Reality is when she's in the grey dress, but not reality. I'm going to see up here, is it? Oh! Really? There was a light there all the time. I'm going to quickly finish what I was saying. Reality is when she's in the grey dress rather than when she's all blue dressed and stuff. Wonderland is in the blue dress. But in this game, so far, you can't necessarily tell exactly what's real and what isn't. Mr. Rat, it's time to get up. I met another rat a while ago. Mr. Rat, are you tired? Sir? Huh. You've met about 3 rats now, to be honest. The toys in the attic always carry sadness within them. It's very understandable. I wouldn't like to be abandoned in the attic. No, I don't think anybody would. Is it just... a lot of tiny stuff. Is that an angel's head? Weird stuff you can find in an attic. We don't have attics over here. I know I like my own dress, but those are pretty too. Well, some people do have attics, but it's not common to have an attic. I guess I don't need them. I hope nobody's behind that mask. True. A dusty mirror and some other things. I know in places like America, it's quite common to have a basement, because you guys have a furnace in the basement, and that's like your heating and your water. I won't put my hands inside the box. There must be like 1,000 spiders in there, probably. But we don't really have basements either. What a pretty doll. I like the hairstyle. Why are you sitting here? There are many dolls to play with, but I wouldn't play with any of them. They look scary. She looks kind of like an oriental style doll, that one. But yeah, there isn't many, just one hat, apparently. A scorpion. Scorpions make me nervous. They walk with their butt in the air, ready to stab you. Maybe it's a zodiac thing. I'm a Sagittarius. But yeah, we don't really have attics and basements that often. Although it does happen. I do know somebody with an attic, I do know somebody with a basement, but it's just not a very common thing over here. Oh, lovely. Oh, let's see this. The sisters. They have the same jacket that I had in the hospital. But if they are the sisters, why are they so old? Foxy! Oh no, I wish I could take you out of here. What is their problem? Poor Foxy Fox. Hope someday I find a fox that isn't dead so I can talk to it. Yeah, so far they've all been dead. And I like it. I like the fact that she accepts that this is a dead fox put on the wall against its will. But downstairs she thinks that deer like to be put on walls. Oh my goodness. Really? Oh, hello little babies who soldier two together. It looks like it hurts. Don't cry, alright. You should smile and be nice. It's time to sleep. Oh my god, shut up. Those shoes are too big for me. No. A bunny doll. Are you waiting for Easter? Do you lay eggs or do you steal them from a chicken? And how do eggs become chocolate eggs? See, this was something when I said I had a theory, that was my theory. A minute ago, you may have heard a noise in the background that sounds like a sewing machine. And I have a theory. The girl downstairs had a head missing. I keep hearing sewing machines. And now we've got babies sewn together. I'm hoping you guys can see where I'm going with this. Ah, Mr. Midnight, are you here, kitty? Meow. It's you! Oh my goodness, my beloved friend, I found you. Fran, is that really you? Oh dear, finally. It's me, come closer please, let me see you. Oh, hello. Oh Fran, I'm so happy to see you. I remember something from earlier in the game, someone said something about finding your cat in a golden cage. So that's why I left the gold cage till last. I missed you very much, I had dreams about you. And here you are! Thank you for not giving up, I love you my friend. I love you too, Mr. Midnight, I really missed you. Oh dear Fran, how did you find this place? With the magic pills. After those people took you away in the woods, I tried to follow them. But after a while I got lost, my senses were too weak to track you. I tried to catch some food to recover, but something happened. Somebody took me and put me in this cage. Oh my dear, I will open this cage. We need to get to Aunt Grace. Fran, I'm very tired. I wish everything was just a bad dream. I'm tired too, but at least now we can take care of each other. Fran, can I ask you something? Sure, Mr. Midnight, what is it? Did you feel my presence in your dreams? Yes, I did. You told me to take the medicine and find you. What medicine, Fran? It wasn't really me talking to you. I think somebody was helping us get together. Every time I had dreams about you, I felt the presence of something else. Really? What kind of presence? For what I felt, it wasn't human, but it was really peaceful and kind. Well, whatever it is, it's good, and it brought us together. Fran, did you hear that? Did you? Oh, I'll see what it is. I'll try to find the key to unlock you, alright? I love you. Ugh, I don't want to know what it is. Oh my goodness. Am I going to get sewn together? I don't want to get sewn together. Everything's sewn in here. I really don't want to get sewn together. Oh goodness, see, I told you. Oh, you scared me. I thought nobody was living here. There you are, we were waiting for you. Where is your head? My head? My head is just in the right place. You, the precious being from the other world. Who would ever believe us? I'm very confused now, ladies. What are you talking about? Fran Bow, that's your name, right? And your mum and dad died tragically, very brutal, right? And now you really want to know who killed them, right? You're scaring me. How can you know all this? We just know. We have to. We are part of this world. But don't be sad. Bad things happen to all of us, all the time. I wish I was at home with Mummy and Daddy now. Don't wish for things that can't be done. Find solutions and answers. Yes, but the pain I feel is so great. I can't see solutions. Drink some tea and eat some cake. It will make you feel better. Thank you, but really, I need to know who told you these things about me. Are you scared, little Fran? Of course not. I'm just curious, that's all. I'm mostly confused. You haven't asked about your cat yet, Mr. Midnight. That's very odd for a girl who loves her cat more than anything else in the world. And yet you look so calm after finding him in a cage, hungry and scared. Shouldn't it be us trembling in fear of you? Yeah, she doesn't look very calm. I'm not calm, I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm not a rude person. You want him back? Yes, please. I really wish to have him back. He is my best friend. Before we set him free, tell us about how it is that you came here. It's a long story. I escaped from a place. A very ugly place. They opened the heads of children to find out what's wrong with them. Phil told me a secret, and I was clever enough to find the way out. And then I came into the woods and met a giant ant. And I killed a bug, and it was terrible. And then I met a rat who wanted to get his hair done. And then I made a door, and that door took me here. But when I entered the door, something happened. I don't remember anything else. Ah, and I saw a real pinecone family. That was before I came here. They live in Mr. Antonio's house. They like berries. Ah, and I saw flying insects that got stuck in trees because they have long hair. That was also in the woods, and now here I am looking for Mr. Midnight. That's a pretty good summary of everything that's happened so far, Fran. Thank you. That was some adventure. How old are you, Fran? I'm 10 years old, but I have to turn 11 soon. And you? We are 16 years old, much older than you, so you have to obey us. Oh dear. I don't want to obey you. You can't tell me what to do. You haven't even asked our names. That's not polite. You look a bit cross. And you shouldn't wander around in a house without permission. Are you stupid? Stupid little girl with no family at all. Stop that, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Are you crying? Because if you are, you'll get in trouble. If you don't do exactly as we say, you and your cat will die. Goodness me. Do you understand? Let's just go along with it. Yes, ladies, I'll do whatever you need. Good. Now listen to us carefully. We need you to perform a little magic trick on us. Do you like magic? Annie. Yes, Annie also did magic, but she didn't have any idea how to actually do it. Anyway, the magic is very powerful. It's tremendous and dangerous. Here is the recipe. Ah! Be cautious and precise, otherwise terrible things can happen. That doesn't look like the kind of recipe that I was looking for. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Do it yourself. We can't do it. It would kill us. You see, we weren't like this before. We used to be two different people in two different bodies. But how is it that you are like this now? One night, a long time ago, something appeared in front of us. We thought it was an angel, but it was not. He decided that we should spend eternity together. He cursed us to be like this. We never understood why. We have a spell to bring him back. But we will do that later, when we are not attached to each other anymore. And show him that he is powerless and he will regret it. I'll try my best. I'll try my best to help you. We are going to gather some things you will need for the ritual. In the meantime, you can go and talk to your cat. But we won't set him free yet. Don't even try to open the cage. If you help us, we will help him. Okay? Thank you. I'll go and talk to him. I've got the key. And Fran, do you see this key? Can you imagine what can be opened with it? Can you? You silly, silly girl. Ha 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 ha. get the feeling that could well be the key to the cage, but it could also be the key to the mirror. So they've gone back up here, I'm assuming, to gather things. I'm still not quite sure what's going on with this. Is that the body that was left then when the two heads got put on the same body? Or something? I bet we're talking about the same person, because that's what happened to the mum and dad. They got chopped up to pieces. Let's go talk to the cat. Oh, Fran, did you get the key already? No, my dear, I'm sorry. Those girls are scary. They just want to utilise me. They cut hair from me and took some blood. Oh, my dear. I think they're witches. Wicked witches, you know, like in the stories we like to read. Yeah, that kind of adds up, really. Yes, you're absolutely right. I don't know what to do. I don't know, Fran. What did those girls tell you? They told me they weren't attached to each other before, and that they will get revenge against the one who did this to them. And they also showed me a key. I'm pretty sure it's for this cage. They have the evil inside. I mean, maybe that someone had its reason. I guess we have to fight evil with evil. There must be something that they are really afraid of. I don't know. I'll see what I can find. See you soon, my dearest. So are we concentrating on finishing the recipe, or are we concentrating on persuading the mother? I really don't want to click on this again, but I'm gonna. What even is going on with this? No, 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 no. Bye. Actually, no. We'll quickly click in here first. Something they're afraid of. Well, there's a lot of dolls. And they do have a doll locked up without arms. I don't even want to know what's going on with that baby. I hope that baby's not technically real. That's just, well... Oh! Hello. It's him again, but I haven't taken my pills. Well, he opened the window. Thank you, but who is he? Can I get out the window now then? Oh, I can. Oh, frog! Hello. Hey, you. Yes? Who's speaking? Me. I'm a toad. I have to tell you something. Goodbye. Yes, what is it? You're in great danger. Don't trust the girls. Really? Figured that out. Why do you say that? Look, girl, I'm a toad, and I know I can swim away from this place. But they won't let me. Every time I try to get out of here, I magically come back. This house is like a huge magnet. A toad and cat magnet. They love us, but not to give us love. Just to use us. Don't trust them. That's terrible. That's why my kitty is here then. They gave you a recipe for some kind of magic, right? Yes, they did. Did you see the dead girl in one of the rooms? Yes. Well, that can be you if you tried to do it. Oh, she tried, but she did it wrong. But what should I do then? I'm not a clever toad, but if I were you, I would be creative. Huh, creative. I'll try and do my best. And girl, please save us all. I really want to get out of here. I love how she waved at him at the end there. I wonder if you can actually die in this game. Big rock, I'll leave it there. Like, well, I say that, I know you can... A long woody plank, I could do something with it. I'm assuming you could die... Oh! That might get me over that bridge into that secret bottle. A rusty old bicycle in the middle of an island. I know you could die, like, in the maze. I mean, like, if you can die not in a, Pink roses. Ow, I pricked my little finger. Bad roses. If you can die not in a mini-game. Because obviously that was a mini-game. Moonlight on the water. You are so beautiful and calm. I always feel like the moon is following me. I wonder if the moonlight does the same job as sunlight. Yes, it does to some extent. Did I get any more dialogue off this? I don't think it would take me very far. There is nothing but water around this house. No, that's true. Okay, let's go back in here. I know I haven't specified it, but I did notice the guy with the top hat. The same guy with the top hat, perhaps, that sunk through the floor? And the same guy with the top hat that was in the pictures? Yeah, I did. I noticed with this... They, they look like one person instead of two people, but then if you go back over here, it does kind of say, like they're two girls, but that seems like a very old picture. It mentions upstairs is a very old picture, and then if you go up here, I'm going to go back on what I said before now actually. They look very old. Maybe this isn't a potion to break them apart. Maybe this is some kind of potion to make them young again. No, use bad recipe. No, I don't want to use the bad recipe. I want to look at the bad recipe. Summon the old lost body. Lost in darkness, lost in tears, your body becomes alive through the hand of the one angel that decides to bring you sorrow. You'll need the heart of a frog, the head of a young virgin, hair and blood from a black cat, which they took from Mr. Midnight, a pentagram made of ashes, and the burnt body of a fox. This must be cooked all together inside a pot or cauldron with plenty of water. When you are about to drink the potion, repeat these words. Right. So, they've took the stuff off of the cat. They've obviously taken the body of the fox. I hope that toad doesn't get killed for his heart, although it did say frog, not toad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the well. I'm going to go up here and see if I can use the, come on, up we go. See if I can use this plank. See if I can get across here. Can we get across now? Right. I can't lift it, it's too heavy for me. I really want that bottle. Try the knife. Try the matches. Try the matches first. We'll try them in order. Okay. I burn you. Waha, burn you rope. Okay, that worked. Can I get this back? No? Okay. We're going jumping. Whee! Oh, really? Wow. Ah, that burned. Why? There is no fire. Can't touch the bottle, it really burns. I can see that. Maybe it's bewitched for nobody to touch. You know, what should I do now? I'm so curious. Right, okay. So, we can't touch the bottle. Tweezers! Oh, I got the paper. This is so exciting. Let's have a look. Ah, revealing the true soul. The world hides the truth from you. Work your soul through life, and you will understand the purpose of this act. If you try to corrupt this essence, your soul will be hidden and never see the face of truth. To destroy an impure soul, or give freedom to those who are trapped, you will need blood from the executor of the ritual, 5 black candles, ashes to form a pentagram, a blue-bloomed moonlight rose, salt and pepper, and hair from the person you want to bewitch. Draw a pentagram with the ashes inside the black and white square. Black and white square! Put a lighted black candle on every point of the pentagram, fill a cauldron with water and put the other elements in it. Boil, pour over the person you want to bewitch, and repeat these words while you walk around the pentagram. What is it with all this crazy gibberish language? Anyway, so now we have 2 different recipes, and obviously I'm assuming we have to pick one and try to do it. With that though, I believe we are out of time, so I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more Frambo, more will be coming. If you liked this episode, then hit the like button, and if you want to see any more other games that I can play, then please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.